Yeah, welcome to the DOJO, baby. We returning banger for bangers, man. We got another banger for y'all. This is expert level. You're about to watch a master at work when it comes to flirting, seduction, conversation, natural flow, true confidence. Not just, yo, what's your number, sweetheart? And not that confidence, but the confidence in the game, to where your game and your confidence is so deeply rooted in who you are that you break the rules. You break the rules. So you might listen to somebody and they tell you, for example, I'm gonna spoil a little part of the video that y'all gonna see later in the reaction, in the breakdown, is that, hold on, I'm moving the wrong thing. I meant to move this and make this a little bigger. You'll see that Prince's eye contact with the girl changes and varies. And if you don't understand, you might look at him and be like, oh, he's nervous, he's avoiding eye contact, he's ducking eye contact. No, he has that much confidence that he looks at her when he wants to. When he, like, listen, my attention and I focus on what I want. I respond as fast as I want. I control. Listen, another thing too, and this compares to when, you know, if you watch, you know, when I'm going on e-dates and you look at other people whose communities are new to me and how they respond to me. They'll look at me talking to a girl, they be like, oh, boring, dry, this, that, and the third. Or, you know, his voice is monotone, or blah, 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 blah. But they don't realize why women can love that. They think that's our risk. They don't even understand. They're following the rules of the game I make them. So you'll see that during this Prince interview, where they'll literally be like, you'll literally be sitting there, him talking. He's talking very low. He's talking very slow. Slow, low. He's talking very controlled. Says what he wants. He teases when he wants. He flirts when he wants. He gets serious when he wants. He controls the whole dynamic of the conversation. Naturally, just in his aura. It's not like he's being the cringe version of the alpha males that this whole internet shit made it. The whole, oh, alpha assertiveness, dominance. Because I told y'all the difference between coercion and persuasion is that persuading someone makes them want to do it. So as he controls the dynamic of the conversation, as he switches to this and that and looks at her when he wants to and talks how he wants to and talks about what he wants to talk about, whether it's serious, flirting, teasing, playful, on topic. Watch how naturally he does it during this video. Watch how it flows, and just watch how he does it without even trying. It's just in the sauce. I might not even say much during the video unless I have to. Just watch him as that work. And mind you, another thing I mentioned, it's the last thing I'm gonna say before we just let the video play. Another thing I mentioned is how, like I said, so cool that you break the rules. You look at Prince, most people look at him and be like, oh, this guy is gay. He must be gay. He's a fruitcake. It's just a little sugar in his tank and based on what? How he dresses. He got like 5 earrings in his ear. He dresses a very feminine way. He wears high heels, like certain boots and shoes and certain outfits and certain jewelry. Even how he sits and how he's like, listen, he's so he's his own person. So if somebody else would look at it and judge him and look at him like, oh, this is that or this is that, and try to pick him apart, criticize him, he that comfortable in his own skin. He don't give a fuck whether it's seen as or closer to being feminine or such. You got some dudes who won't even get a manicure or a pedicure because that's gay. I'm not. Why would I? Can't even get earrings. Won't even get a nose ring. Won't even. It's just too sus. If you confident in your own sexuality, you can do what you want. But if you're insecure in any kind of way, you don't have the confidence to make bold decisions and actions like that. Let's get into it, man. Like I said, I might not even talk much.
What do you want me to refer to you as? You have a million names, I've heard.
A million names. Wow.
Listen. What do you want me to refer to you as? Special connection already. What do you want me? Not us. Not what's your name. What do you want me to refer to you as?
Well, call me.
And watch how he makes it even more of a special connection by saying, only I can call you that.
A million names.
Bro.
Well, call me Melanie. Melanie. Because a lot of people, they call me Mel B or Mel or Scary. But people I like them to call me Melanie.
Well, after this airs, everyone will call you Melanie.
After this airs, everyone will call you Melanie. Chat, watch the master. Watch how she responds to this.
Nobody else is allowed to call me Melanie.
Only me.
Yes.
Only me. Not in the only me? Or really it's special for me? No. Only me. He seems uninterested. Unaffected. Like listen, I might let certain shit just keep playing. But certain shit gotta get ran back twice, chat. Y'all, it can't fly over your head, bro. It can't fly over your
Call me
head.
Melanie.
Well, after
I refuse.
this airs, everyone will call you Melanie.
Nobody else is allowed to call me Melanie.
Only me.
Yes. What about you? What do I call you?
Well, I go by an unpronounceable symbol, but you can call me Spud.
Spud. As in potato spud. Or just spud.
Just Spud.
Pay attention early on to this eye contact, the amount of eye contact he's giving her, how he's looking at her. He's not just looking at her like this. He's going like, making certain facial expressions, biting the hoop. You know, so if he catch her looking at his lips or looking at his mouth, that's already extra details to put in the bunker. Y'all gotta peep the little micro shit. You gotta pay attention to so many things at once. That's why I'm gonna pause it and break it down. So,
But does this stand for anything?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You know.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
I can't think. I want to know why me? Why have you chosen me to interview you?
Because you're a pimp. Look at this watch.
He's got it.
comfortable enough to touch her. Teasing her, talking trash in such a subtle way. Pay attention when he said this, because guess what, he even mentions it later on, and watch how hard she laughs. It's probably like hours later, not hours later in our time, but the video is like 25 minutes long. It's edited or whatever, but you'll see later at the end of the video, it'll be a seductive moment.
The watch you wear.
I literally skipped to the part where he said it though.
Bad.
And watch how he brings it up. Watch how he mentions it when he's teasing her, talking to her. It's about to get deep.
Just Spud.
Watch it.
Spud.
Watch.
Does it stand for anything?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You know.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
I can't think.
So that silence right there, that pause, that not talking, somebody will look at that and be like, why is he being weird? Why he just not saying nothing? Why is he awkward? L game. He don't got no game. Y'all don't know how these little micro interactions work. Y'all even scared to not say nothing because you feel like you're supposed to be saying something. But when you trust your own game, you trust what you're doing, you trust how you're handling it, you don't stress these kind of things. You don't feel the pressure of them. You don't feel the nervousness of them.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think. I want to know why me? Why have you chosen me to interview you?
Because you're a pimp. Look at this watch.
He's calling me a pimp.
Remember that.
And I'm admitting
Remember
it.
that.
Can you believe it? I'm actually admitting it.
Remember that small
But
thing?
yeah, you know, I followed your stuff. And you're going to be going on tour soon, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've got your album out already.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a bit about that.
The album?
Yeah.
With the new...
If this shit get muted because it's copyrighted songs, YouTube, y'all just gonna have to take that out. I'm not gonna lie.
Our generation. We're getting close
This.
to the truth on the album.
Basically, she just asked him about the album. I'm gonna just skip it anyway, just to make sure. She asked him about the album. He just started describing the song and how it's getting deeper.
Good.
Watch how he also goes deep, not wide during this conversation, which is one of my biggest things to mention. This is his first time meeting her too. Y'all, a lot of y'all be stressed. Bro, you're scared to even FaceTime call her. You're scared to even call her phone. And you just so confused on how a man could have a deep conversation with a woman on his first time meeting her. Or even just connect like that without it being weird or awkward or forced. Watch this house.
So who influenced you on this album that you have out now?
This one actually was influenced by the musicians that are on it, the new power generation. I change musicians every 2-3 years or so. This will probably be the last band that I have for a while. I'm going to do some solo work after this. But this record is, it's one of the maddest records I ever got hooked up with. Freaks on. We, in a situation really dumb on the tape.
See, I don't know if the music copyrighted, so I'm going to just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? But, back to the
That
conversation.
there, I can't explain it. It's properly,
On the tape.
it's a brilliant album. It
Thanks.
is. Properly's got that. That thing, I can't explain it. That thing, you know.
He playing on her side of the couch. They, you know, it just shows how comfortable they are in each other's space.
That kind of.
And that's probably
makes you wanna play it
all
loud.
best left unexplained. all of that.
And what's the show going to be like? Tell us a bit about that.
Oh, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be so sick.
You got dancers, you got your band,
Yeah, it's gonna be so sick, so long, just
jamming.
yeah, funk ridden. Larry Graham is coming with us, Shaka Khan, and Dougie Fresh.
All right,
It's gonna be crazy.
brilliant. Looking forward to that.
Mad sex.
But one thing that you started to do was sell your albums on the internet. Why was that?
I like the interaction between fans, the direct line. Friends, I don't like to call them fans. That's short for fanatic.
All right, yeah. Because I was having a word with my drummer, got a drummer on tour with us, and he goes, at some point there's going to be no need for record companies. Everything is going to be done through the internet. You're going to be able to sell, download, everything is going to be through the internet. Do you think that, or?
Well, I'm not so sure about that. You know, record companies have their purpose. They're actually good for people who are just starting out and
Yeah.
need a helping hand.
Yeah, new
and
conversation. You gotta pay attention.
they
You got people
serve a
listening.
lot of functions, you know.
gotta
But for somebody
ask.
like me who,
So remember I said, notice earlier how intensely he was looking at her during the conversation? That's when he was intensely flirting with her and messing with her and teasing her and playing with her. Now he's just having a normal conversation. Now he's just, you know, describing and going in detail on a topic that's not about her or him, just about his music, his craft, and explaining something. You know, you could tell. Look at his eye contact. Look at his body language and all of the above. Like there's no pressure on him. There's no thirstiness in him that a lot of you guys talk about. Like, what do I say? How do I flirt? You feel so obligated to do it in a certain kind of way that you're not even comfortable to just lay back and have a chill conversation and not realize how that can make her like you as well. You don't realize that you can play with your pressure during a conversation. Right now, he's not even giving her eye contact. He's looking off into the void as he explains it. But as he was flirting her with teasing her, he didn't even blink when he was looking at her.
they serve a lot of
The
functions.
ability to control with this and play with this during the conversation will show your game.
You know, but for somebody like me who writes a lot and records a lot and wants to release a lot, it's a detriment. So I stepped away. It doesn't negate going back and you know, doing something in the future.
Because you've got your own label now, haven't you?
Well, it's 3 letters, NPG, that we stamp on the product. But
P, of course, P in the chat.
we're musicians. We don't need to function as a record company per se.
All right, so you do it
Yeah.
more kind of
Yeah.
on a level.
Yeah,
rather
and I don't wear a
than-
suit. So.
No, that's good. So if I release some stuff, then I could go under your label, couldn't I? If I talked you enough around it.
Didn't give her an answer. I don't know. Like playing with it. Y'all just say what y'all think women want to hear, and y'all think that's the best way to have game. This is an example of saying nothing is better game than giving an answer. Which I think he does eventually give her an answer, but just a little tease, just to play with it. And then at that point, he takes his eye contact off her while she waits patiently and stares at him hard as fuck, waiting for her answer,
I could go under
waiting to see what he says, and he looks away on purpose.
your label, couldn't I? If I talked you enough around it.
As long as you own your work, it's cool, because that's what new
That's
power
important.
Yeah, that's what new power.
Then he would say yes. He said, as long as you meet the standard, nothing is given. Things are earned, things are attained. Simple.
Our generation is about.
Bozo just giving it up. Oh yes, of course you could be my record. Oh, whoa. You gotta get that spot.
You own your work.
I'll
it's
get that
cool,
spot, mama.
because that's what new
That's
power
important.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
new power
then.
generation is about. Ownership of the master,
Cardi, I can
or
see
else
Playboy
you're a
Cardi being
slave.
inspired by Prince.
I
Listen,
really-
listen. Even in the midst of flirting, he dropping some knowledge on her. Listen to this.
Ownership of, because that's what New
That's
Power
important.
Yeah, that's what New Power Generation
Listen.
is about. Ownership of the master, or else you're a slave.
Ownership of the master, or else you're a slave. Drop the bomb on her while flirting. Wow. So you could be serious, have fun, play. This is the dynamic that most natural conversations are supposed to have. This will leave a lasting impact on her. She leave with you and she spent this time and this is how y'all shit went. She had a roller coaster of experience with you. Call your phone, my boy. She ain't begging to come back.
I really respect that, how you've done things.
Most dudes just move in their low energy, their lust. They're, oh, let me make a move to fuck, and let me just, how do I do this? And you don't figure her out in any way. You don't test her. You don't pick her mind, pick her brain, or let her know who you are. And show her why she is like, this is a different man. Like, I'm really lucky to have this guy. You don't never give her that feeling. You too busy trying to prove to her why she should let you fuck. It's a whole different position. It's a whole different mentality.
Because you're your own person and you do what you want to do and you kind of control a lot of things around you, which is very important, obviously, for you and to get on working. But does that, do you not feel strained by that, or does that?
Well, more so than control, I think I'm trying to let things evolve on their own.
Prince is really just a different
Especially
breed.
the music.
Well, where do you get all this inspiration to do so much writing, so much music, to produce so many albums at such a good
If I find out a lot of this audio is copyrighted, I'm gonna just upload this shit anyway. I'm even gonna lie.
quality?
I'm not muting much of the conversation. I'm not that pressing for money.
Where do you get all that from?
My gift comes from God.
Yeah. So you reckon you were put here to do music?
To give back unto that gift, to stop recording, to put a cap on your work and then put a boundary on it. It actually, for me, is to put a boundary on your gift that comes from God, and I can't do that.
Listen, for the dudes that out there that still look for pickup lines, what do I say? Y'all gotta realize, no matter what pickup line you show me, no matter what bar for bar thing you try to use to copy another dude's game, whether you see a video on YouTube, him approaching a woman in public, this right here, him explaining, letting her know how he thinks and what his beliefs are, and letting her get to know him in this spiritual way, this mental way, this way that's beyond her lust or my favorite position when I fuck bitches is that this turns her on. And unironically, that's the irony in it. You would think you have to talk about something sexual to get sexual. You would think you have to talk about something flirty to have it be flirtatious. No. This deep explanation, it pulls her in. It attaches her to him. Because in her mind, she's like, yo, he's so different. I love the way he thinks. What did I tell you? You open her mind, she'll open her legs. But I don't say that to say open her mind and do it with a motivation of I'm a fucking mind. Because you still moving on that motivation of fucking. You still in that lower energy of lust. So you can't even unlock you don't even understand the game right here. Because your mind is too busy telling you, what do I gotta say to fuck? Not what do I gotta say to show her why she should fuck me. And why she in front of a pig. The GOAT. The man himself. Timothy Chalamet. Jong-un. It's a whole different ballpark. It's a whole different understanding of the game. And when it truly clicks, you go, damn.
I write so much because I know it is therapy for me. You're evolving your spirit, actually, every time you go back into the well and examine
Better
things.
yourself.
Yeah. So the more I write, the more stuff I put out, the quicker I get to my destination.
So do you think, so it is your music is a soundtrack to your life, to
my psyche.
growing up?
As you connect with her like this, that's when you start realizing being sexual is being
On
spiritual.
birthdays, you don't like birthdays?
No.
Sexuality is
No, not into
spirituality, man.
No. We came here not knowing that we were going to die. Somebody told us that.
But listen, now, like I said, this you might have thought you were just gonna watch this video for some game, how I get better with women. Watch this. He about to put y'all on some spiritual shit. So the way he thinks. She said you don't celebrate birthdays.
Birthdays?
No.
No, not into that.
No. We came here not knowing that we were going to die. Somebody told us that. All right, and if we never knew we were going to die, we wouldn't celebrate a birthday because we...
But isn't it nice to celebrate the day you was born?
And I'll celebrate the day I die.
Oh, because you're going to move on to the next path in life.
Yes.
Who influenced you?
Larry Graham.
Chat, do y'all hear this, bro? Do y'all hear this? This is the deep, not wide. Y'all, man, y'all struggling with what to say. When you really make that impact on that girl, she gonna give you things to say. She gonna be asking you things. She gonna force the conversation. Let any dude in here vouch. When a girl really, really likes you, bruh, it's like she talks too much. Like she won't stop talking. And you think it's a problem on what you gotta say and what to talk about? Or why is it dry? Why is the conversation feel forced?
You've done a few performances with Shaka Khan, haven't you?
Yeah. She just finished a record with us, and we helped her with.
It's quite interesting.
She's a hard boss, but
good.
I like working
Quite
with
interesting.
her. Good stuff came. So what influenced you? Your singing style, your dancing style.
You know you did.
Your writing style. No.
Like I said, also keep in mind that he's not talking too fast. He's not talking too loud. He's not talking too low. He's saying it exactly how he wants to say it, when he wants to say it. Not worried about anything else. Just controlling himself. And by having control over himself, others follow naturally. So that's why that assertiveness or that control or that dominance that a lot of y'all niggas think y'all want. You don't even control. You don't have control of yourself. How do you expect to even control a conversation? You can't even lead the conversation because you don't even lead yourself. Not even a master of oneself. You can't master something else. Or an interaction. You can't possibly kill that shit if you ain't even, you know what I'm saying?
I was a dancer, just like, not a club dancer, but I was.
Creativity usually comes from purely authentic, unapologetic comfort and trust. That way, anything you want to say, anything you want to do, you're not limited to what you're supposed to say and supposed to do. That limits you creatively because you're doing it how you're supposed to do. You're playing in the lines, so you can't even have fun or be real smooth or creative because you're trying to do it the right way.
It's like Blackpool summer season dancer.
I see.
That's how I actually started getting interested in the music industry and things like that.
Exactly.
Because you started in the music industry when you was about 15, didn't you?
Actually, 12.
12, wow.
Yeah. Not the professional side of it, but I got my first band and started getting payment and Snicker bars.
Snicker bars?
This is where you'd be like, yo.
Why Snicker bars?
That's how we exchanged money back then. That was currency. Candy was currency.
You can't sit still to your music. You have to get up and you either have to stamp your foot or you have to do something. And I like that about music. That's what music should make you feel. Like, I know there's a lot of music out there that is kind of makes you depressed.
You see her beginning to talk fast, and I know there's a lot of kind of music, and then when he looks at her and she looks at him, she comes back to that low tone. Watch, peep this, y'all can't let this shit
Stamp your foot or you have to do something, and I like that about music. That's what music should make you feel. Like, I know there's a lot of music out there that is kind of makes you depressed and
just literally right there in that moment. She looked away, he's like, oh, no, and then she looked back at him and then she goes.
Like, I know there's a lot of music out there that is kind of makes you depressed and you kind of put on the thing and you want a bit of a cry, whereas your music
just by even looking at him, it made her slow down. It made her,
it gets you, but in a good way, and I think that's what music should always do.
I think it should
low
uplift.
tone, because you know he
There's enough things to bring you down. We don't need to jack our music up that way too. I mean, there's still a way.
Chad, it's only the beginning of the video. I'm telling you, it's a second part to this where It's him and her sitting on the step, as y'all can see, and that's where he listen. This is like spamming square. This is like the light attack. When we get here, y'all gonna see the ultimate. Y'all gonna see the finisher. Y'all gonna see the finisher. Y'all, like, listen. This is only the setup. When he get to this step talk with her, that's when you. If you didn't know Prince was a master at the game at this point, wait till we get to the step part. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Even hate across sometimes.
He already killing it. Wait till the step part, bro.
You have to resolve it. You have to show that it's useless to hold these ideas. There's a lot in the music.
So I said skip.
Interviews.
No, I probably skipped the middle part though.
This is cool because you and I are just
when they go to the park.
Yeah.
In most interviews, they ask you questions. I find now people are trying to get me to say something ill about record companies all the time. I have no bad feelings about record companies. I love record companies. They work. It's very obvious that they work by the consolidation of power. So I'm just doing something else right now. So and by being free and doing something else, it almost wakes you up to the fact that let them do their thing, you do your thing. Nobody's bothering me now. It's cool.
But it's good you said you realise that, because people, you know, they do want to kind of criticise, or they do want to drag some badness, like he said this, to make like a good headline. But it's good that you don't rise to it.
Yeah,
your opinion, and that's that.
Yeah, I don't look at myself through other people's eyes.
I don't look at myself through other people's eyes. Bro, he's lifting her consciousness. Do y'all know that what that does to the Gucci? It ain't even about the Gucci. It ain't even about the pussy. It ain't about the sex. But do y'all know what this like? Wow. Because the impression is, mind you, this is just from being him. It's not no pickup line. It's not what do I say, what I'm supposed to say. Am I doing the right thing? Am I saying the right thing? It's just being who I am. I'm letting her know how I think. This is just what comes with me. If you around me and you the type of girl that you can't even have a deep conversation, you on bot time, you won't last. You can be bad as you want. But this is what you get when you mess with me. This is the level and the tier I play at and what I'm on. So looking at that, pause. She like, yo, this dude is just a fountain of knowledge, a fountain of game, a fountain of life. I'm just around him and just like I get everything. I get the flirting, the spirituality, I get the whole experience. It's just a roller coaster of everything. You know how to flirt, you know how to get deep, you know how to get, you know how to just have fun, tease, even talk about random shit during the conversation. All
that's that.
Yeah, I don't.
I've never been on this roller coaster before. That's just she gonna be saying this up, bro.
I had an interesting discussion with Larry Graham and a journalist upstairs about.
Mind you, like I said, I wanted y'all to notice in the beginning how he gave her that intense eye contact, because now you see he's not even giving her any at all. She's still staring at him as hard as a lion looks at a bleeding hyena, bro.
Interesting discussion with Larry Graham and
he's not even looking at her. She's staring at him hard as like a hawk to a fucking mouse.
Journalist upstairs about criticism of music. You know, if you're a true artist, you're using the gift you've been given from God.
This is something off top of a game. Just listen to what he's saying for something for you to think about.
You know, if you're a true artist, you're using the gift you've been given from God.
Yeah.
And to criticize a gift from God is sort of to criticize God.
Yeah.
Now, you can cut that any way you want, but it's the truth. So, you know, I looked at the writer, I said, I wouldn't criticize your writing here. I'm not a writer. I don't write books. You know, I wouldn't.
But the media is, I think, it's all a ball of all kinds of things. They get it wrong. They do get it wrong, but they just...
You know, I remember something from another Prince interview where he talked about how... He just mentioned how I wouldn't criticize your writing. I'm not a writer, yada, yada, yada. But you could find him in another interview talking about how when he's listening to music, he picks apart the imperfections in the song, the way it's off rhythm, the way it's on beat, whether this or that. He can't even help it. He can't even help it. So is this just connected to me in a sense that, like, that's where you really truly know you and your gift, because it's something you can't help. Meanwhile, you know in situations where when not to care, or like, I'm not going to criticize somebody writing. I'm not a writer. But as a musician, he can't help but to criticize some when he hears music. like the music, the sound, and all that. So I thought about this as like, as I break these situations and interactions down, it's not that I'm doing this for YouTube. It's not that, oh yeah, I'm TyKwonDoe and I just do these. It's like, this is something I do naturally. I will literally look at people interact or be talking to someone and read them, just like, or read myself, or pay attention to these things, to where other people would just do them and just not pay attention or pay them any mind. I can't help it where I criticize these things, but just thinking of that connection is like, that's where you know you really tapped into with something you care about, where you can't help it, you just can't not do it.
Stir up people's attention.
Well, you know, wouldn't it be cooler to just tell people about
if I listen to music, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't think twice about it.
Spending your life just criticizing another man's work and his gift is such
I think sometimes it's easier for people to dwell on negative things rather than to look at the positive things, because what you've done for a lot of people is you've influenced them. You influenced me a lot. You really have done.
I hope in a good way.
You have. Here I am.
Okay, you're not a pimp then.
No, I'm not. I might have a pimp watch, but you know. Okay, now 1999, you had a song.
So that wasn't the point I mentioned where I wanted y'all to remember he called her a pimp thing. Watch at the end.
No, I want to talk about this song. This song 1999. I'm looking at you now. He will do 1999. I asked you. I'm looking at you now. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said?
I said that you could do 1999 if I could redo Wannabe.
Right. Which means?
No.
Yes.
You can do anything you want. You're free to. Many people have redone my songs. I find that they're doing them more now than ever. No.
And are you flattered by that? What do you feel about that?
Well, if it's genuine and it comes from the artist's heart, then I'm cool with it. If they're being egged on by their management and their record companies,
then you say no.
Well, that's not genuine. That's just trying to get another piece of
the action.
The purple pie, yeah.
Princess Riz.
I like you. This is the best interview I've ever had.
You're just saying that.
No.
Didn't give a compliment during the whole conversation. By the time he finally gives one, it's a compliment that means something. It's not just, oh, you have nice ass, you pretty lips, and and even so, she likes him, so she would like to hear that from him. You dudes give compliments to women that don't even like you.
You're very complimentary.
No, and I respect you a lot, and I think there's a lot of people out there.
It's the highest thing you can pay people. It's much greater than money is a compliment. I appreciate it.
Right, shall we do this game?
What game?
She had a whole game prepared from. Watch how he spends this. Watch how he answers these things. Watch this. Watch this. This is an execution of a master word.
This game, I told you about it earlier.
Oh, okay.
I ask you 10 things, right?
Then I tell you the first thing that comes to mind.
It's going to be just one word, so you can answer it in a sentence, or you can answer it in one word, or you can say pass. Right. First thing, cars.
Corvettes.
Jewelry.
Jew.
Time.
Lie.
Holidays.
Holy days.
Holy days.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Nimrod's birthday.
What's that?
Long story.
Okay.
She said, what's that? Long story. Tell you, I remember when I told y'all, peep how people say things, and then like you gotta also match how, you gotta watch how, what level of your tone of voice you reply to them as. Literally just did that naturally. Perfect example of that. And when we notice somebody that don't have no type of game, no type of social interactional skills, it's one thing that they do terribly. The other person will be talking low, calm, and assertive. They'll be loud or da, or the other person will be talking loud and and they're just low, calm. Like it's just a mismatch in energy.
What's that?
Long story.
Okay. Eyes.
What's that?
Soul.
Underwear.
Inconceivable.
Food.
Underwear. Inconceivable.
Mighty.
Music industry.
Owners.
Sexuality.
Spirituality.
Animals.
Unconditional love. So I play it with you now.
Go on then.
Boom, spun it back on her. He didn't have to do that. Watch this.
Go on then.
You see,
Mocks her off.
So I play it with you now.
go on then.
Go on then.
You see, I cheated because I wrote mine down for you, but you're just gonna pluck them out of the sky.
Okay. Spice.
Spice.
What is this one?
Lively.
Ross.
Cross. Mixed. When things go that way, they get kind of mixed up and you end up getting cross. There's no need to get cross, really.
Time.
Time. There is no time, really. She says wearing a Pimp watch.
That's funny. One more.
One more. Not too hard.
Love.
It's too much game.
Love.
Too much game.
Forever. It should be.
If you had fragile masculinity, you would never be as cool.
I like it as well because she's singing about, you know, sex.
Watch this. She mentions sex, or like, I forgot. She said, I like your music or something like that because you talk about, you know, sex. So she got that little, you know, schoolgirl tease vibe, that like, that you know, secret between us. This is something exclusive to us. This is our secret kind of thing.
It's all because she sing about,
I like it. I like you as well because you sing about,
you know, sex.
He didn't even say that to her. He looked at her like, what? Like,
So I like that.
I do not.
he said, I do not.
You know, you do.
I do not.
You do, like, as in...
Denying it,
you
playing
know,
it off. Listen.
You do.
No, I don't.
Damn.
What is it then? Well, I see it as that. Maybe I'm interpreting it different. I see it as that.
Well, I don't want to.
You
Just made her look for an answer. Just made her try to prick his brain. What does it mean? And now she's asking questions. And all from a simple.
tell me what it is.
Well,
then,
I don't
so
want to
correct
ruin it
me.
for you.
No, go on, correct me because I like, you know, to hear.
It's spiritual union for me.
So you were saying about the
Refers to sex as spiritual union. Y'all niggas don't even have the game, bro.
noise, the gold plants around. It's all very calming. I like that. Is that must be
Oh
important
my
to you?
god, chat.
Then you can hear.
Oh, you've got doves up there, haven't you?
Yeah, they're quiet now.
Have you got names for them?
Hmm.
What are they called?
Majesty and divinity.
Do you breed them?
No, not by
No.
choice. They just we
No,
looked
he
up
really
and
mean
they
that
were
though.
eggs shaking.
It's a very pure thing to have around. I've got a dove house. But my doves are, I think, my doves are rare because they've got like a black tail. They don't look as pure and innocent as your doves. And what does this, you've got a carpet.
Ain't no way this bozo just asked when we get in a drunk stream. Y'all see how like Nimrods and bozos try to get me to copy what other content creators do? Go somewhere else for that, slime. You in the dojo, man. We on a different wavelength. We on a different level of consciousness.
Up there with words on. Can you tell me what that says again?
That's probably best left between us, though. What the words?
Okay.
In other words, you'll get a drunk stream this weekend.
No, not a secret.
Yeah.
It's lovely there. You go for a walk
Yeah.
and leave all this.
In other
lot
words,
behind.
I'll be high tomorrow. Like, now listen, I don't think this part was important. I'm gonna link the video in the description if you want to watch this part of the video.
One truth.
Which is?
Oh wait, never mind. I forgot. I can skip the part after she got up. Actually, I'm just not even gonna skip it, chat. I'm just not even gonna skip
You
it.
go for a walk
Yeah.
and leave all
I'm not
this
even
lot
gonna skip it.
behind.
I'm not even gonna skip it. I forgot it was some pee in this. You run like a goof. Yo.
Black limo.
Can I just say I didn't order that, alright?
Chad, what man in life? See, I'm telling y'all so uncomfortable in your own masculinity. You won't even probably get a nose ring because that's too sus. You won't even dress a certain way. That's too sus. That's too. You play in the lines of sus. Like, what man can be on a fucking swing like this and riz a girl up and spit game and be seductive? What man is that? Who really is him? See, being him is about literally being you and whatever. Yeah, he's a freak. I'm telling you, he don't care. He's comfortable. It just speaks in terms of how he views himself in the world. Y'all playing the lines of what you're supposed to do. This is literally of beyond. This not even just saying I don't give a fuck. This is literally saying I do what I want.
Any reason why it's that color?
So nobody can see it, I guess.
Literally, bro.
Are you gonna do any more movies?
You wanna hold like a little kid for
I'll do one with you.
Alright.
Oh, listen, chat, listen. Riz time, baby.
Are you gonna do any more movies?
I'll do one with you.
Alright.
You're gonna do any more movies? I'll do one with you. Here she come, chat.
What's it gonna be about?
Who's gonna write it?
You?
Me write it?
Cameraman doing a good job getting these angles, man.
I do a lot of writing. Whether it'd be good enough for a movie or not, I don't know. I'm being serious now, you know.
Yeah. Go for it.
So she said, I do a lot of writing. You know, I don't know if it'd be good enough for a movie. You know, looking at him for validation. All he says is simple, nice, and light. Yeah, go for it.
What does it have to be about?
The truth, of course. You know one.
As in what though? What kind? There's all kinds of truths in my.
And guess what? This is the mysteriousness y'all die for. How do you be mysterious? How do you talk in a way that just? How do you be mysterious? How do you make her want more? How do you make her want to know? This is literally a prime example of that. How natural it can be. How simple it can be. Every answer he gives her makes her even more lost.
True.
Almost more lost. Like she's almost like.
Of course. You know one.
As in what though? What kind? This is all.
His answers make her more confused. He said, "What do I write about? The truth." He said, "As in what though? What? Watch. Just watch.
The truth, of course. You know one.
As in what though? What kind? There's all kinds of truths in my little diary of things.
There is only one truth.
Which is?
There's only one truth. Oh my God, chat. Bar for bar, she get more confused than lost.
No!
He said something that, but
No!
I don't know what he said. Watch this. Okay, this is why I remember this part is important. Watch what he says about what other guys. Watch what he says about other guys. Watch this.
Don't worry about your bum brothers like that.
Don't worry about your bum brothers like that. Implying what? That's not what it takes for me to like you. Brothers like that. Now she's like, do you like it though? Wait, what do you mean by that? Do you like it or do you not like it? Or I'm telling y'all the mysteriousness in it, bro. The answers that make questions. My son Prince was looking at that ass. Oh God, he was. Oh God, Prince was looking, bro.
Let down your hair.
He was like,
go on, please, for that fantasy of mine.
Was that your hair?
No, it's not. It's false, but I can pretend.
Oh, okay. Romeo.
He got her in her kid vibe, bro.
No, it's Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, that's it. Rapunzel.
He got her in her kid vibe, bro. She literally just having fun, just genuine fun.
I'm having enough outside now. It's too hot. Oh, the sun's out now.
Now I ain't saying be, swinging on the swing with your hands on the swing and dress like Prince and talk like he talks. The big point of this whole thing is that do what you want to do. If it's what you want to do it, don't do it because you're supposed to do it. Don't do it because somebody told you, right? Just be you. Be you, whatever that looks like, bro. And don't even think twice. Why? Because there's a certain power and confidence you gain from that. You think. It feels like if you be you, if you do what you want to do, people will judge you. People will criticize you. You'll be embarrassed. But on the other side of that coin, it's the next level of confidence you get from that shit. I swear to God. Look at it. Look at it.
I think you are lovely, you know. I do. I really do.
Never not knowing what to say. Being able to go deep, not wide, and make a connection with a woman on a first interaction. How can a guy just do that? Look at how I can do it consistently when I go in these situations. Add these 2-minute whatever conversations. It don't even take me long to establish a connection because I'm always talking in a natural way to me, in a way that projects comfort, which receives comfort, in a way that projects calmness and openness, which receives calmness and openness. So the next thing you know, our conversation go wherever I want it. Deep, Nah, why? Make that connection. Say what I want, how I want. Whether and the other men gonna look at it and be like, oh, boring or L game and all that, because they think I'm supposed to be doing it a certain way, but they don't understand I'm doing it my way. Come on, man. The comfort in the game, bro.
I want to ask a question.
Chat, here go the ultimate attack, dogs. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm not gonna pause. I'm gonna let it play straight forward the first time. Just watch this shit.
Really do.
Watch it. I'm even change up the screen, bro.
I want to ask a question before you go about your reputation. Because you
Really
watch
do.
the game, bro. Watch the game. Just watch the game, bro.
I want to ask a question before you go about your reputation. Because you've been very cool, you've been very quiet,
Yeah.
and you're not scary at all.
No.
What's up with that?
I think a lot of people, they like to pinpoint it because I have got my own opinion. I do like to say exactly what I think. And I think people are not ready for that sometimes. It's like they'd rather have somebody safe and somebody quiet who will go yes, yes, yes and agree to everything, rather than somebody who's got their own opinion and their own set of morals, their own ideas, their own picture. And I think for some people that's frightening. That's why they criticise you and make out as though you're something that you're not really.
You find that people live through you, and then when you don't act like they expect you to, then
I don't know what you mean, actually.
then you're the bad one.
Yeah.
Melanie bad. Well, regardless of the watch you wear and your black limo.
But regardless of the watch you wear, that same watch thingy. I said I wasn't gonna pause. I'm gonna just go back and say this shit.
You ain't so bad. You ain't so scary.
You ain't so bad. You ain't so scary.
No, I'm not. And I
Very
think
sweet
you are
person.
lovely.
Thanks.
You are. I was saying earlier, a lot of people, they get the wrong impression of you, or they've written the wrong impression, or they speak of the wrong impression of you, and that's their own ignorance. They should have a more open mind, because I think you're lovely.
Yeah. Get it from the horse's mouth.
Chad,
I'll walk to your car.
I'm gonna walk you to your car. I'm telling her what he gonna do. But listen, bro. Gay best friend's ass. Yeah, this game flying over your head. If you pick that up from it, it's flying completely over your head, bro. It is flying completely over your head. But that's what TyKwonDoe is here for. Let's go back, chat. Let's go back. First and foremost, off rip. Watch how.
Before you go.
Watch her face lights up. Listen to how he introduced what he had to say. Watch this. Watch how I break all this shit down, bro. That was kinky. Your Prince is like an extreme version of being who you are. Like, he obviously has some extreme ways of showing that. You could see.
I want to ask a question before you go about your reputation.
Listen, I want to ask slowly, chat. I want to ask you a question before you go. So then she's like, what does he have to ask me? About your reputation. Pauses and then looks at her. Wasn't even giving her eye contact before he finished the question. So his eye contact matched the flow of the convo. Watch this. Watch.
I want to ask a question before you go about your reputation.
Watch how excited. Listen. Watch how excited she gets. Why are they fucking so loud, bro? God damn. Watch how excited she gets to answer this. Watch this. So don't even look at him. Not just at him. Look at the enthusiasm in her face just to even answer this.
Because you've been very cool.
She's shaking like she like can't stay still. It's like that implies what? That anxiety, bro. That butterfly she's getting right now.
You've been very quiet.
Yeah.
That nervous laugh. Nervousness
And
of
you're
God.
not scary at all.
No.
What's up?
The way you described me. You're very quiet and not scared at all. What's up with that?
I think a lot of people, they like to
You know what I'm
pinpoint
saying?
it because I have got my own.
So this is also a seductive and flirtatious way to ask a deep question. It had her talking for like the next minute straight.
So scary.
So then he goes,
Yeah. I don't know what you mean, actually.
so he said something towards like, you know, it's like people live through you, and then when you don't match what they say and da 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 da, you know what I'm saying?
And you're the bad one.
Yeah.
Melanie bad. Well, regardless of the watch you wear and your black limo, you ain't so bad. You ain't so.
Mentions the watch, which he teased her for in advance. He said, regardless of the watch you wear and the limo you drive, you ain't so bad. You ain't so scary. She's dying from this.
So scary.
Talking low, kind of monotone. She sounds kind of boring. She's not bored, my boy. She does not think his tone right now is dry or boring or none of that shit.
I'm not. And I
Very
think
sweet
you are
person.
lovely.
Thanks.
You are. I was saying earlier, a lot of people, they get the wrong impression of you, or their own.
I can't remember the other part.
They should have a more open.
Oh, the touch, when she tapped his knee and shit like that. Y'all not supposed to giggly schoolgirl over that shit. Oh my God, she took the knee. I'm hype as shit. It's the fact that she was comfortable enough to do that. She's completely in her comfort zone around. That right there is the key to notice. Because then there's a whole nother ballpark of game that she can be so comfortable with him and still get nervous. On the edge of her seat. Still laugh and giggle, but at the same time have a deep convo and just the overall experience. It's the legendary Riz, bro. Like mind you, he hasn't even used the word comfortable. From the beginning of the conversation, he set the comfort bar. And how he asked her how he wants her to say her name or what he wants him to call her. She could be nervous. She meet him for the first time, and this could be a nervous, anxious thing, but he treated it as if they knew each other for a long time, so guess how they're acting around each other. It's the game.
Mine, because I think you're lovely.
Get it from the horse's mouth.
Makes a goofy ass horse sound, bites the hoop on some kinky shit, like... Bro, she ain't stopped smiling since he laughing. And listen, this side quest got finished with maximum perks attached, bro. It's double XP and all that shit.
Might walk you to your car.
This is just masterful. Didn't tell us that I'm gonna walk you to the car. True gentleman, man. True P. Different, bro. Guess what? He don't even have to mention, can I fuck? Or I just want to fuck. And she already thinking that. She gonna throw it at him. She's gonna throw it at him. Y'all niggas talking about what do you do to fucking, how do you get to that? And bro, the real game will make her do it. I'm not saying she gonna make the first move, but by the time you make a move, if you do it first, let's say she don't throw it at you, it's gonna be a difference of I gotta finesse and figure out how to do it versus she's waiting for you to do it. It's a whole different approach. Now that's where your sexual tension is built up crazy. Her anxiety is through the roof. Her nervousness is going, her butterflies in her stomach is crazy. Cause she's not uncomfortably like, well, is this guy gonna touch me? She's like, I want him to touch me. I want him to do this. I want him to do all that. Different level of game, bro. Different level of game, bro. Truly a different level of game. And that's the end of the video. The rest of it is just like some like projection shit. But listen, Dojo to the moon to Saturn, and we leaving the solar system. 300 IQ game, giving y'all straight from TyKwonDoe's mind. Yes, sir.